Hello, today we have the MQ2 gas sensor, and it's pretty forward code. We only use the analog pin. We will use the digital pin in another video. There's only plus, minus, digital and analog. If you want to have if you use the digital pin, you also have to use the potentiometer here to calibrate the pin. There's also an LED telling you let's see, if we turn it too much down, it goes red. If we get red, if we turn it too much up, there's another LED indicator, but it doesn't matter now because we don't use it. But if you use it, you have to calibrate the digital sensor via the potentiometer. So now we just go straight forward to the code. You just initialize the analog pin we use, the A5 pin. Then you go into the void setup and just start serial begin for the serial communication, and then you say value analog read initialize the value so that they know what you mean with value, and you just go analog read from the analog input A5, and they show you the measurement from the surrounding area. Usually it should only detect LPG, i-butane, propane, methane, alcohol, hydrogen and smoke, and it should be 0. For some reason my module isn't at 0, but I show you it will work anyway, that it can detect. And if I find out how to get the thing down to 0, I will tell you. Also, you just have, as the next step, when you're done with to tell them how to read the sensor, you just have to serial print the value and tell them to use the decimal value and then put in a delay so the sensor won't flip off like crazy, to make the data readable for you. So just when you put some smoke, you see the value goes up, and it goes down. So it definitely detects the smoke. Usually they told me to use a A0 sensor like this, but it doesn't make any difference. For some reason the sensor isn't calibrated to 0. It even goes way higher and higher to the maximum value if I use A0. And like you see, if I use the potentiometer, doesn't make any difference. Doesn't even work anymore because the left indicator for my analog pin went off. So this doesn't work at all. If I use A0, it's just not working. Just come on. Wait. Oh no. I just pulled the pin, so it's working. Wait. Let's see if this thing makes a difference. like you see, doesn't matter what I do with it. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make any difference for the sensor, but it still detects the smokes like it should. So this is all I have to tell you today. You saw the sensor is working. You saw it doesn't matter if I use the A0 pin or the A5 pin. I just made a mistake there. I didn't saw that I pulled accidentally the ground pin. You have to look that the indicator LED 2 is working if you have the same module. Some modules are different. And if you use a digital pin, you have to watch out for this pin also, because it's connected to the potentiometer, and you have to calibrate it, but I will show you in a different video how to calibrate it. Most sensors don't have the digital pin. So that's all I have for you today. I don't know how to calibrate it to 0 exactly, so maybe I will add the code when I found out how to calibrate it to 0. And like always, if you like the video, leave me a like. If you dislike the video, leave me a comment and or fix my code, or tell me how I fix my problem that the sensor won't go to 0.